If you're looking to make solar simple, give Ron Domenico with AD Energy a call. All-day energy made simple. Solar solutions with zero down, options to lease or finance, and roofs and trees are no issue. Call Ron Domenico at 609-226-2802 and tell him you saw him on the Sports Box.
Well, hello again, and welcome to the show that will never be afraid to say you can kiss our ass. This is the Sports Box, where the only opinion that matters is right here. I am Mike Galetta, a.k.a. Hamilton Mike, along with my partner, Brian, the Ranger Retard. Brian, how are you?
I mean, clearly you read that book, How to Make Friends and Influence People. You're telling our viewers to kiss our ass.
Well, you know, it only happens every once in a while.
I mean, I don't feel that way. I love you guys. Five will always love you.
I said kiss it. It's not kiss their ass. Anyway, let's talk about the Sixers trade. Sixers made some big headway in a big move, moving up from the number 3 spot to the number 1 spot. Ultimately, to get, I think, Markelle Fultz, the point guard out of Washington. I think it's a good fit. I'm not a big Sixers fan, but I think, you know, it's a good fit for the Sixers.
Well, I think he was the guy that pretty much, if you look at the guys that were going to be available at 3,
yep,
nobody really was like a slam dunk pick for what they needed.
Yep.
So I think Fultz meets that need. Originally, it was reported that there was going to be a lot more getting changed hands here than what did. You want to report exactly what the terms of the deal were?
Absolutely. The trade was that Boston acquired the 3rd overall selection from the Philadelphia 76ers, obviously for the first-round pick. Now, with that total trade, the future pick for the Celtics is the Los Angeles Lakers 2018 pick, and it's got to be between 2 and 5, and it's a protected pick in 2018. Now, if it's not, the Celtics will receive either Sacramento or Philadelphia's first-round pick in 2019, whichever is more favorable. Now, I'm going to go about a little more that if, however, either one of those picks is a first overall selection, Boston will get the other pick. In other words, if Philadelphia gets that first overall pick, they will get Sacramento's pick. But in the same sense, you know, the Sixers really rolling the dice, taking Markelle Fultz to complete the puzzle here. But the Celtics, you know, I think the Celtics are okay too, because at that number 3 spot, I have taken Josh Jackson, a player that the Sixers have wanted. Here's a guy who could shoot, you know, out of Kansas, shooting guard. I think it's a good fit as well. I think both the teams pretty much made out here.
Well, here's the interesting part to me. I think from the Sixers' perspective, you have to not look at this, that this is like the end of the process, because I don't think that it is. I'm going to tell you why. So I agree that Fultz is the best fit. And the fact that they're only going to give up 2 picks here, I think is a lot better than giving up 3, as was previously reported. I think
thought it was going to be a lot more.
3 would have been, you know, this is, you know, you're really pushing it here. But the 2 I think is fine given the way the team is. However, there's still a lot more to be done here. Remember, you know, Embiid can't stay healthy, for one. Simmons hasn't played as many games as I have so far.
That's true.
So you don't really know what you have in these guys. It doesn't take that far back to know high picks don't always pan out, Evan Turner. So it's not as if this is a slam dunk here, but I do feel that this is the best fit for where the Sixers are right now.
Yep.
That checks off all the boxes of what they're looking for. So I get it. I totally get it. From Boston's perspective, Mike, they got a lot of picks next couple of years. For a team that was number 1 in the Eastern Conference last season, now they get to the finals. They got pretty close, you know, ran into LeBron, but they got some ammo here too. 7 picks, I believe. 7
first-round picks over the next 3 years.
That's a lot.
Teams from Brooklyn, Memphis is protected, but the Clippers is protected as well. But even so, that's a lot of ammo to move around the league if you need to in the next couple of years. So, you know, hats off to both teams. We will see if it's going to be if it's going to work out or not. I'm going to throw the top 10 at you real quick just to give you a rundown who I think is where teams are going to go. Obviously, the Sixers at number 1 are going to take Markelle Fultz, the point guard out of Washington. The Lakers, I think, are going to take Lonzo Ball. You know, here's a guy who's been rumored to go down to 4, to go down. I think he goes to number 2. I think it's a good spot for him. He's a point guard from UCLA, from the area. I think he goes to LA.
That kid's dad's going to be a headache, man.
You know what, though? If you look at the NBA, though, how many fathers, even in pro sports, how many fathers have really ruined their sons or, you know, daughters' careers? Not many. I mean, you can talk Lindros.
I was going to say that,
Yeah, but that really was coming to the end anyway. It wasn't like mid-start of the season anyway. But Boston, I said, takes Josh Jackson. I think that's a good fit for them. Phoenix does take De'Aaron Fox. Guy I didn't think was going to be that good in coming into the league, but he is quick, has a little bit of a game, can run on the break, and I think that's what Phoenix needs. Sacramento is going to take Tatum out of Duke. Didn't think he was going to go this high. He's moved up in the last couple weeks. I think he goes to Sacramento. Orlando takes Jonathan Isaac. The shooting forward out of Florida State, I think he's going to be a stud. I think he's going to be a really good player. Orlando could do something with him. I think it's a good fit for him as well. Minnesota's going to take Dennis Smith, point guard out of NC State. Got a little bit of game, can play a half-court offense. You talk about the Knicks, they're going to take Malik Monk. Malik Monk in the beginning wasn't going to go down that far. He was going to go to 5 or 6. I think the Sixers moved back, but I think he's a good fit for New York. Shooting guard, Kentucky. God knows New York needs something right now. Dallas, Frank from France. Only because I say that because I can't pronounce his last name. I think it's Nikinta. So anyway, Frank from France, the point guard. I think he's going to go to the Mavericks. And Sacramento picks again at number 10, and they're going to take Zach Collins, the center out of Gonzaga, and that completes the first round for the top 10 that we have to go into. So that's all the time we have. Thank you for watching the Sixers trade and a little bit of the top 10 evaluation there. You got to remember, you can always get us on social media if you need to.
Hey, listen, it's going to be a big couple weeks here in sports. The NBA draft, the NHL draft, and free agency coming up. Going to be a lot going on. Make sure that you're subscribed to our YouTube channel so you can catch everything right as soon as we post it. But of course, we're also available everywhere you are on social media, both Twitter and Facebook at Sports Block Show. Make sure you're following us on both of those platforms so you get all of our news right quick in front of your face.
And you got to remember, you'll always have good stuff coming. So make sure you subscribe, hit that bell so it gets alerts from us. And remember, at the Sports Box, the only opinion that really matters, folks. Got to know it's right here. Thanks for watching. See you.
This episode of the Sports Box is brought to you by Mic'd Up Entertainment and DJ Mike Velardi. For all of your event planning needs, make sure you contact Mike at 609-864-5925 and tell him that you saw him on the Sports Box.
1, 2, 3.
Don't forget to subscribe.